Hello and welcome to Kashmir Now. I'm your host Shivangi Mishra. Let's take a look at what made news this week. Local activists in Gilgit Baltistan say no consultations held before revoking wheat subsidies. The demand of electric blankets rises in Kashmir as temperature dips to sub-zero level. Two border villages in Kupwara receive electric connectivity. Residents hail government efforts. As Ayodhya gears up for resurrection of monumental Ram temple, a cafe in Jammu and Kashmir indulged in chanting Hanuman Chalisa. And in our special section of Incredible India, we take you to have a glimpse of National Street Food Festival held in the capital city, New Delhi. Several months have passed since Gilgit Baltistan administration revoked subsidies on wheat and other essentials. There have been widespread protests across the illegally occupied territory against the decision. But the administration has not relented and trying to create a falsified impression among the people that all these stakeholders and local leaders were consulted before revoking subsidies. Local leaders and activists recently held a press conference in Gilgit Press Club and lambasted authorities for creating a falsified impression among the general public. They made a call for further protests if wheat subsidies are not reinstated. We have a report.
The local activists and leaders in Gilgit Baltistan held a press conference to highlight several issues the locals have been facing in the illegally occupied territory. The issue of wheat subsidy remained a major concern during the conference. Every social, religious and political group in Gilgit Baltistan is opposing the government's decision to increase the price of wheat and revocation of subsidy.
आज मिसाल के तौर पर गंदम सब्सिडी का मसला बहुत अहम है। तासुर ये दिया जा रहा है कि गिलगित बल्तिस्तान के तमाम स्टेक होल्डर को एतमाद में लिया गया। 22 दिसंबर को फैसला होता है, 21 दिसंबर को गिलगित बल्तिस्तान के 6 अजला में एहतजाज हो रहा था। किस तरीके से तुमने एतमाद में लिया?
The Pakistan-backed administration is claiming that the price adjustments won't have a negative effect on the average person, and all the stakeholders were consulted before price adjustments. However, the locals lambasted authorities for making falsified claims and their inadequacy in putting forth the issues of Gilgit Baltistan at the administrative level.
जो भी हुकूमत गिलगित बल्तिस्तान का मुकद्दमा इस्लामाबाद के शहर इख्तिदार के पिच पर नहीं लड़ सकती, हम उसे कमजोर हुकूमत समझते हैं। आज सूरत हाल ये है, तासुर ये दिया जा रहा है कि सब्सिडी का मतलब ये है कि रियायती कीमत। ठीक है, मैं तस्लीम करता हूं कि रियायती कीमत दी जाती है सब्सिडी में, सिर्फ गंदुम में क्यों? लिहाजा ये ऐसे सवालात हैं जिन सवालात का जवाब इस्लामाबाद का कोई वजारत खाना नहीं दे सकता, मौजूदा सूबाई हुकूमत भी नहीं दे सकती, ना महकमे खुराक दे सकता है।
The angry protesters are demanding that if the government wants the general public to pay more for wheat, then ministers, bureaucrats and army generals surrender all subsidies. They claim that most of the things that people in positions of power enjoy are provided to them for free or at a discounted price. In addition to the wheat subsidy problem, load shedding, illegal land occupation and resource exploitation are major sources of anger for the local residents.
न यहाँ पर नेट चलता है, न यहाँ बिजली चलती है, न यहाँ दूसरे मामलात हैं। काश अगर ये सूबाई हुकूमत गंदुम बम गिराने के बजाय यहां बिजली की लोड शेडिंग पर काबू पाती। क्या इससे बड़ा इंसाफ यानी नाइंसाफी नहीं है? जो पूरे मुल्क को बिजली देने की सलाहियत रखता है गिलगित बल्तिस्तान, वो खुद आज 20 घंटे 22 घंटे लोड शेडिंग के अजाब में मुब्तला है।
Local leaders in Gilgit Baltistan have announced fresh protests and demonstrations in the month of January in response to rising wheat prices as well as other regional problems. The public frustration is mounting against the draconian policies of Islamabad and poor governance in Gilgit Baltistan. It has been nearly 5 months since the locals are seething with anger and holding widespread protests against the administration. The illegally occupied territory is set to witness fresh protests as the stooge administration still remains unmoved and ignoring the demands of locals.
Moving on. The dipping temperatures in the Kashmir Valley are prompting residents to look for warm clothing and bedding accessories. As Fairan becomes the most sought-after winter wear, the Kashmiri electric blankets are becoming the first choice among the residents when it comes to warmth and comfort during sleep. The demand of Kashmiri electric blankets is rising across the Union Territory and beyond. The business of electric blankets is booming in the Kashmir Valley, thereby creating more job opportunities for the youth. We have a report.
As cold winter months blanket the Kashmir Valley in white snow, the dip in mercury has prompted the residents to buy warm bedding accessories. The electric blankets are becoming largely popular among the residents as they find it affordable and a good utility during the sub-zero temperatures. To cater to the rising demands of electric blankets, several manufacturing units have doubled their production in recent months.
मैं डाउनटाउन में रहता हूँ। हम यहाँ रंगरेट में ये इलेक्ट्रिक ब्लैंकेट्स बनाते हैं। तकरीबन हम 10, 12, 14 सालों से बनाते हैं। हमारा अल्लाह का शुक्र है, काम बहुत अच्छी है। इसमें रोज़ बरोज़ इसके ये डिमांड बढ़ रही है और हम इसमें डबल भी बनाते हैं, सिंगल भी बनाते हैं, हमाम भी बनाते हैं।
The rising demand of electric blankets has brought cheers to the workers of manufacturing units as their earnings have increased. The employees in one of the manufacturing units find it a gender-equal workplace and a good opportunity to earn money.
इधर सारा काम चल रहा है, इधर कोई भी काम चल रहा है, इधर अच्छा काम चल रहा है, इधर रोजगार भी अच्छा मिल रहा है, चाहे लड़के होता है चाहे लड़का होता है, इधर काम करने अच्छा मिल रहा है, काम रोजगार भी अच्छा मिल रहा है, इधर हर किसी को गरीबी भी दूर भी होता है।
तो आप कितने टाइम से यहाँ?
मेरे को 10 साल हो गए इधर काम करने। 10 साल।
लड़की के लिए कितना अच्छा है?
अच्छा है, सारी लड़की है इधर भी, चाहे लड़कों भी काम करा चाहे लड़की भी काम करा, अच्छा है। हाँ, हर किसी को रोजगार अच्छा मिल रहा है।
The market of electric blankets have risen ever since the businesses have started selling blankets that are handmade and manufactured in the country itself. The Kashmiri electric blankets have become the top choice for customers as they believe the imported blankets lacked quality and weighed heavy on their pocket.
Established in 2008 here in Industrial Estate Rangret. I have been in this business, manufacturing of this electric blanket. I mean, not an old concept for India, but it is the old concept from other countries, European and other developed countries. I mean, it has actually started, it is a journey from United States since 1930s. I mean, since we also belong to temperate, part of the globe, and and we need heating arrangements in chilly winters.
In recent years, many small industries have boomed in Kashmir. Be it Kashmiri Firan that has become a style statement during winters or the indigenously produced electric blankets. With the ease of doing business in the country, Kashmiri products are reaching far corners of India and beyond. The booming market is also giving lots of job opportunities to the youngsters who are keen on riding the wave of development in the Union Territory.
Bringing cheers to the border residents in Kiran sector of Kupwara district, the Power Development Department has established grid electric connections for the two villages Kundia and Patru. Although Kiran sector received electric connectivity earlier, but these two villages could not be connected to electric grid owing to geographical impediments and other technical barriers. The two villages were deprived of direct electric connectivity for many years since independence. We have a report.
The residents of Kundia and Patru villages in Kiran sector of Kupwara district were all in cheers. It was indeed an occasion to celebrate as the two far-flung remote villages received power grid connection after a long wait of more than 70 years. The challenging task of providing electricity was completed successfully by the Power Development Department and the administration in a timely manner. The residents hailed efforts of the government and the Power Development Department for providing electric connections at their homes.
दिल से एलजी साहब का और डीओकॉम साहब का और डीसी मैम का शुक्रिया अदा करते हैं कि जो इनका बॉर्डर एरिया पे फोकस रहा, चाहे बिजली थी, चाहे रोड थी, चाहे नेटवर्क था, चाहे जल शक्ति मिशन पे था वाटर, तो इस पे इनका जो फोकस है बॉर्डर पे, मैं इनका बड़ा शुक्रगुजार हूं।
Although the Kiran sector received power grid connection in the year 2020, but due to geographical impediments and technical difficulties, some habitation could not be connected.
केरन को पहली बार जो केरन गांव है, ग्राम पंचायत है, उसको पहली बार जो बिजली ग्रिड कनेक्टिविटी हुई थी वो जून 2020 में हुई थी। लेकिन तब कुछ हैबिटेशंस थी हमारी, कुछ पंचायत थी जो कि रह चुकी थी और वो आज भी डीजी सेट्स के ऊपर चल रही थी। पर समृद्ध सीमा के अंडर हमने 2 प्रोजेक्ट्स लिए थे जिसमें हमारे 2 गांव कवर हुए, पात्रू कुंडिया, और आज वो जो डिफकॉम सब हैं उन्होंने वर्चुअली इनको इनॉग्रेट भी किया है। ये दोनों काम जो है समृद्ध सीमा योजना के अंडर लिए गए और उनकी टोटल कॉस्ट 91 लाख थी और ये एक बहुत ही बड़ी अचीवमेंट है स्पेशली पावर डेवलपमेंट डिपार्टमेंट की और बहुत ही इन अ टाइमली मैनर इन्होंने इसको कंप्लीट किया है। सो वी कांग्रेचुलेट देम एंड स्पेशली द पीपल ऑफ केरल।
Around 550 residents of Kundia and 750 residents of Patru villages are being benefited from the new grid supply. The grid connectivity in the villages will largely benefit the schools that would now be able to provide more comfort and technologically driven facilities to its students.
बिजली की हम बात कर रहे थे तो हम शुक्रगुजार हैं कि हमें ये यहाँ पे ये जो बिजली मिली। 17 साल बाद हम भी देखेंगे यहाँ पर बिजली कैसे हमें क्या क्या फ़ायदे मिलते हैं। जैसे हमने जाते थे कुपवाड़ा में या दूसरी जगह, हमारे सामने जो लोग थे उनके पास हम बिजली देखते थे, हमारी बिजली नहीं थी। तो अभी 17 साल के बाद हमें बिजली मिली, हम इसके शुक्रगुजार हैं।
The electrification of the two villages was done under the government's Samriddhi Seema Yojana launched in the year 2022. The scheme is a special initiative undertaken by the government for an inclusive development of border areas. Under this scheme, several border villages have received a boost in infrastructure development and improvement in health, education, sports, water supply, electricity and many other essential services.
The resurrection of Ram Temple in Ayodhya city of Uttar Pradesh on 22nd of January will be a momentous occasion for the countrymen. While the Ayodhya city gears up for the historic moment, the residents of Jammu and Kashmir were seen paying tributes to Lord Ram and welcoming the new year in a unique way. In a cafe in Udhampur district, the owner, customers and students engaged in an impromptu chanting of Hanuman Chalisa, filling the atmosphere with divinity. Take a look.
Whole nation is gripped in religious fervor as Ayodhya, the birthplace of Lord Ram, decks up for the much-awaited resurrection of Ram Temple on 22nd January. The Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir too has not remained untouched with the joy and excitement the residents behold for the momentous occasion. In a unique showcase of devotion for the Lord Ram, a cafe in Udhampur indulged in an impromptu Hanuman Chalisa recitation on the first day of the new year.
तो जैसे कि आज हमारा 2024 का नया वर्ष शुरू है, तो हमने सोचा था कि हम सुबह यहाँ पे अपना हनुमान चालीसा का पाठ उच्चारण करके तो हम अपने इस नए साल की शुरुआत करेंगे। और हमारे कैफ़े में यहाँ स्टूडेंट्स आए हुए थे स्कूल के और भी काफ़ी कस्टमर्स थे, तो हमने उनके साथ मिलके यहाँ पे हनुमान चालीसा का पाठ किया, जो कि हमें काफ़ी अच्छा लगा, जिससे कि पॉजिटिव वाइब रहेगी इस नए साल को शुरू करने में। तो काफ़ी अच्छा था, सनातन के तरीके से हमने अपने इस वर्ष को शुरू किया है। तो इस साल हमारा राम मंदिर का भी निर्माण हो रहा है। 22 जनवरी को हमारा राम मंदिर भी बनकर तैयार हो जाएगा। फिर सारे हम वहाँ पे दर्शन के लिए जाएंगे सारे वहाँ पे।
Customers, students and the owners of the cafe fill the atmosphere with hymns of Hanuman Chalisa and welcome the new year with positivity and excitement for the upcoming occasion. Cafe owners and customers resolved to offer prayers at the monumental Ram Temple in Ayodhya city after the consecration ceremony of Ram Lala.
यहाँ पर एक बहुत अच्छी पहल नए नववर्ष 2024 के अवसर पर उन्होंने की कि यहाँ पर एक हनुमान चालीसा का पाठ करवाकर, जिसमें कई स्कूली बच्चे, कई उनके कस्टमर्स, सभी लोगों को उन्होंने बिठाकर एक हनुमान चालीसा का पाठ करवाकर नववर्ष की शुरुआत की। तो इसकी मैं अच्छी सराहना करना चाहूँगा।
People all across the country are joyful and eagerly waiting for the ceremonies to be held in Ayodhya city of Uttar Pradesh. The passes for Aarti are being accepted online and offline by Ram Janmabhoomi Teerth Kshetra ahead of the official opening on 22nd of January.
India's true magic lies in its delectable food and cuisines. The vibrant and diverse food items, and especially the street food of India, has been able to form an emotional connection with the people across the globe. Recently, a national street food festival was celebrated in the capital city, New Delhi, uniting national and international food connoisseurs and visitors, providing them the delicious enchantment of the nation. Take a look. India is incredible, not just because the land is surrounded by water on 3 sides and uplifted on one side with hilly mountains, but because of its vibrant traditions and a wide variety of delicacies. From east to west and north to south, the country is blessed with mouth-watering cuisines representing the region's cultural beauties. However, One could not explore the vividness of the region without delving into the rich tapestry of flavors, textures, and cultural experiences that one gets through street foods. Street food in India is more than just a quick bite. It's an emotion. It's a way to rejoice in their happiness. Keeping up the spirit in a bid to support the local indigenous street food vendors of India, a 3-day-long National Street Food Festival was recently organized at Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium in the capital city of India, New Delhi. The event witnessed over thousands of people participating in the National Street Food Festival and appreciating the food served by practicing street food vendors.
When you say street food, only one name comes to mind: India. India is the first, but Turkey has unique street food also besides India. That's why we think that we can have a cultural bridge through food between Turkey and India, and that's our mission.
The 3-day festival was filled with flavors, entertainment and a lot of memories for the people. From Nepali sale roti to Turkish pizza, everything has been the pull factor in the festival. The food festival invited street food vendors from across 28 states and union territories of India to participate in the event by setting up more than 120 stalls. A food vendor from the tribal community of Andhra Pradesh expressed how much love she received during the festival for their flavorful bamboo food dishes.
हम लोग आंध्र प्रदेश से अर्क वैली आंध्रा ऊटी बोलते हैं उसको, आदिवासी लोग ज़्यादा इसको खाते हैं वहाँ पे, वहाँ से हम लोग यहाँ पे आए थे। इसको बैम्बो बिरयानी, बैम्बो चिकन, बैम्बो फिश, रेड चिली कबाब हम लोग स्टॉल पे लगा हुआ है यहाँ पे। ये आदिवासी लोग पुराना जमाने में इनको बैम्बो में रख के पकाते थे।
During the festival, people buying food coupons came to the stalls to enjoy the authentic flavors of the states. From Shahi Kebab, Bihar's Litti Chokha, Andhra's bamboo rice and boiled bhutta to Varanasi's world-famous chaat and pista kulfi, the festival had something for everyone. Furthermore, the event followed a series of cultural programs, panel discussions and speeches by influencers who presented their views about street foods.
यहाँ पर मैं नोएडा से आया हूँ और मैंने बहुत सारी चीज़ें खाई, लेकिन सबसे बढ़िया चीज़ें मुझे यहाँ पे लगी दो, एक दौलत की चाट और दूसरा बैम्बू चिकन। वो बहुत यूनिक था और मैंने कभी उसे दिल्ली में कभी देखा नहीं था। यहाँ पे बहुत अलग अलग पार्ट से इंडिया की चीज़ें आई हैं, तो हर फूडी का यहाँ पे आना मस्ट है।
Apart from Indian states, the 13th National Street Food Festival also had participants from countries such as Afghanistan and Nepal. The food festival was an effort of the National Association of the Street Vendors of India to bring together the promoters of local and traditional food. NASV also introduced an Android-based application, Street Sarthi, to help street vendors across the states reap the benefits of government schemes.
So we feel that all cities should be inclusive and the street vendors should have a right to sell their goods and services with dignity. This street food should not be corporatized, it should remain with the street food vendors because it is also, they also promote the local culture and they also promote their livelihood through this street food. So the idea is of organizing this kind of festival is that we bring in policy makers, we bring in decision makers of the country and we bring in citizens, to make them all aware about the beauty of the street food, and also we provide a platform to the street food vendors so that they are able to understand how much they are liked, how much they are appreciated.
Events like these are essential to bringing attention to the importance of these traditional street foods, which also present the country's regional legacies. They also provide a platform for vendors like these to make the world aware of India's diverse food culture and an opportunity to earn a fair wage. That's all we have for you in this week's episode. Goodbye and take care.